to the Man Cave Show. Welcome to the Man Cave Show. Welcome to the Man Cave Show.
MCS, The Man Cave Show, with your host, Damian Christopher.
Hi, and I am your host, Damian Christopher. Welcome to MCS The Man Cave Show, Episode 2, Season 3, with our special guest host, Shermon.
Wow, that is so messed up. How I come over here and he just do that? You just cruel, DC.
Shermon Brathwaite. Shermon Brathwaite.
Yeah, get my name right.
Actor, model, painter, extraordinaire, blah, 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 blah.
You see, you know what? This is called pettiness. DC, you know what? I love you. I love you. But sometimes you get on my last nerve.
Well, that's what I'm here for, dude. It's what I'm here for. So how are you doing, Shermon?
I'm doing fine.
I want to welcome you to Season 3.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on board. And as you see, the new aesthetics, new crew.
I love it.
You know,
and you look much happy and much more jolly.
I am. It's the journey.
Yeah.
How it goes through.
Yeah.
What I want to do is definitely thank you for coming on, and I just want to tell my viewers, don't forget, if you like the show, definitely subscribe. Hit the bell button so you can get notifications of when we're actually posting videos up, and like and comment. Because whatever topics we're talking about, we always like to see feedback. And I want to welcome all the viewers from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Live. Thanks for tuning in and viewing the show. So, Sherm, you know I'm a movie buff. So things are not going to change on that. I just want you to know. I definitely want to, before I go into the movies and like I usually lead into a lot of stuff, what do you got going on right now? Like, what are you working on?
Well, right now I'm working on, just keeping my paint business going.
Mm-hmm.
Steady working with that. Getting a new property.
Okay.
Selling and buying. So now it's like, that's stress. I just got my gray hair like 2 days ago. So DC, you have gray hair.
No, I don't get gray
obviously.
hair.
But
Wow.
but I just got my two. But it's just dealing with all of that and just trying to keep everything intact. And it's just part of growing up. So I guess I'm growing up right now, and is I feel it. So.
Now I know as long as we know each other, you've done a lot of things. You have, I always get the show wrong. I always call it Pink Coffee Cups or whatever. What is it called?
Pink Collar Crimes.
Pink Collar Crimes.
Yeah.
You're on that series. Yeah. It's a reenactment show of crime.
Yeah.
Then you also have John Cena Season 2, American Grit.
Yeah. That was when I was young. That was when I was like 22. Sheesh.
Really?
I was probably stubborn. Ignorant.
Well, if anybody hasn't seen, you go pull those episodes up on YouTube. Check them out. Shermon Brathwaite, John Cena's American Grit Season 2. He plays the asshole.
Whoa!
Well, you do. Think about it. Like, you and I know each other personally, but when we hung out, people were like, yo, that's your friend. Yo, he's a dick. I'm like, he's not. It's just a thing on TV, man. It's just a thing on there. But, I was... It's just what you do.
Yeah.
You can't
sometimes you just gotta play the character they would tell you to do. Go across the bridge, do this or whatsoever. So sometimes you just gotta do your role. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the viewers in, and that's what makes TV entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see nothing boring.
So you're concentrating on modeling now, right? More than anything?
Nah, more acting.
More acting.
I'm balancing out both because if you can do both, then why not? You know what I'm saying? But I think acting is more of a skill. Where it's like you work on it and you actually express more. Modeling is like, you just walk on a runway and like boom, and you just like a hanger. So, I want to have something like very diverse. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to give a shout out to Taris Love for tuning in. Taris, I really appreciate you.
Taris in the building.
And of course, he's from Memphis, so he goes, hey, y'all. So, what's up, Taris? And you guys who are tuning in at Instagram, I can't see, but I'll definitely comment later on all the ways back to you guys. I appreciate whoever's tuning in on YouTube Live. So, let's get into, me and movies. I always wanted to jump into that.
Yeah.
Before I go to that, I want to talk about let's talk about what's happening now.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that are happening now.
Well, the Man Cave Show.
Well,
the Man Cave Show. The Man Cave Show.
Yeah. Did you have you subscribed to the channel?
DC, don't even put me on blast.
Have you seen the first episode?
Before I get set.
I'm asking you, have you seen the first episode?
I've seen every episode, DC.
So you saw the first episode?
I've seen the first.
Who's my guest?
Michelle.
Okay, that's right.
Let me take a sip on that one.
That's right. All right, I give you that. I just want to double check.
I ain't gonna try to set me up like that.
I want to double check, So in Atlanta, I went to a couple of events, and the biggest thing that's on.
I did go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
ATL.
Yeah.
Wow.
It rained every day.
Wow.
Yeah. Horrible.
So what do you go? You went over there for like vacation or something?
No, it's like a vacay business kind of thing, but a lot of the business was not done because it rained. But it was relaxing though. I had my own Airbnb in house. Got a chance to catch up with a few of my friends.
Yeah.
Not all.
Yeah.
Had some Zaxby's.
Oh, what's Zaxby's?
Oh my God, Zaxby's chicken is.
You said Zaxby's.
You never had
chicken.
it?
Unreal.
Oh my! Thank you.
Zaxby's is
It's
Zaxby's chicken?
Yeah, it's life. It's dude. When you get it,
Okay, so you didn't bring back something?
you don't bring Zaxby's back. You have it there. You don't share it. You do it. Listen, when it rained,
Right.
I ordered Grubhub.
Better than Popeyes?
Yeah.
KFC?
Yes. Any other chicken company you ever mentioned? Yes.
Okay.
Zaxby's is life. It's like you don't share Zaxby's.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. And then, the show coronavirus warning that's going out. The public is not paying attention. Or when they're telling you to, if you want to know more information, go to the CDC website. I did. I'm a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
So the weird thing is, the people who don't have it are wearing masks. And if they read the CDC rules, if you feel like you're sick of something, wear a mask.
Yeah.
So I'm traveling through the airport, and more people are wearing masks. And I'm just like,
even on the train, everywhere. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
In New York City, because I be seeing another train, I be like, damn, I feel like a ninja world, man. Like everybody just walking around, like, and then when you sneeze, it just, you crack your neck because you trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, I've always been like that, even in public. Like, for a long time, you on a train, you got people coughing. Like, can't you take that shit off? Or why are you even out? Kids coughing with their mouths open, not a parent holding their face, covering their mouth. But this, logistically, I'm a big nerd, and I kept telling friends of this for a long time.
Yeah.
When they started leaking this out, I was like, dude, that's one of the ingredients in the Lysol can.
Really?
It's been there for decades, and I remember seeing this, and I brought it up to a friend of mine, and he was like, he finally takes a picture of it, and it says human coronavirus. Because was it Lysol supposed to kill 99.9% germs?
Right.
So you have germs that kill other germs.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So.
But with the news and everything, it's this whole panoramic, this.
Yeah. You think they're doing it as a scheme, like
regarding derailing your attention off of the stupidity of what's happening in elections.
Yeah. I think that's.
There's always something that's going to derail you, but
nothing
to sleep on. So be careful. So
Well, I was reading the reports. They had it was like the older folks that's dying, or what's it from corona, but the immune system is not as strong as younger folks or. And babies as well too, because their immune system is weak as well too. So I'm not sure if that's true or whatsoever. I never seen.
I don't watch the news, dude. I just hear it on social media. Have you guys been following up on this stuff at all? Yeah.
Somebody said if a black person doesn't have it or whatsoever, then they don't care about it.
Wow. What meme is this that's going around? Okay. Wow. Also now, what is this thing here? What got me this past week, have you seen the video that was on YouTube regarding, there was, Trump had a bunch of black business people in the office?
No.
And one of them actually interrupted, one of them said, excuse me, President Trump, I want to say that, you're the first, you're truly the first black president.
Yes.
Well, here's my thing. I found it to be very funny that the people that he had in the office was very, how's the word I want to use? Coonish. Yeah, it's very clownish. Yeah, it's just like clowning. They weren't representing properly. And then I thought you had to dress conservative to go to the White House.
Oh, okay.
Apparently you had a woman with open sleeves, glitter, the over-the-top hairdo. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
I know Spike Lee made a comment, so I was like, I know he said something about it. So that was something right there. So I just found it to be very, very funny on it. But getting into, what you're doing with acting, do you find it hard getting some of the roles, or is it the fact that do you need an agent? With some of the roles that you've gotten, have you gotten on your own merit, or was it through management or agency?
Well, in the past, American Grit, I got through Backstage.
Okay.
I used Backstage, and I got through that on my own. And then from American Grit, Pink Color Crimes unraveled because shout out to John Kroll, that's Pops. He's an executive producer, Emmy winner. So he put me onto that, and But other than that, you know, you really have to put in the grind, and you have to really like be consistent, because then you're gonna sleep. You know, you're gonna slack off. So
Right.
you got to keep that together. So, but it's hard though. There's a lot of people out there doing acting, and then you know, a lot more people feeling more confident in this era right now, and they feel like they could. You know, more people are thinking outside the box. So now there's more people going for it. You know, the same thing. So.
What are some of the roles you've been offered?
Grownish.
Really?
Yeah. So,
What happened with that?
Well, the thing is, I wasn't in LA at that time, so it was like the next day, and then, the next 2 days of mine, and then I had to get to LA, so I couldn't reach there, but I had the role. But you know, I was in New York at the time.
Okay.
So I missed out on that, and then you know, I had some other reality shows, but I don't want to get into reality anymore.
Right.
Because I want to just focus on my craft and really do real acting. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So that's
all right. So with that being said, this leads right into the topic I want to talk about, black cinema. You know, we always hear on the news or when the award shows, which I don't follow, but it's always, you'll hear about it afterwards, how every season there's either 1, 2, 3 black actors or people behind the scenes being nominated. Right. Just in general, it doesn't matter what ethnicity it is. But as long as they're not Caucasian. Yeah. So now, you know, it's like, you know, they're always saying Hollywood has to recognize all these actors and actresses or people behind the scenes. Right. I'm a huge cinematic. I'm a movie buff.
Yeah, of course.
I've watched stuff from that's black and white to the present. The problem.
And you put me onto some movies.
Yeah, the problem I have is that there are vehicles for the writers, producers, and directors of color. It's the stories that you're trying to tell, which becomes monotonous, and no one wants to see that over and over again. Right. There's
I agree with that.
an app that I follow called Tubi, and it literally says Black Cinema. Okay. So you have classics, Cooley High, you know, Up in Cotton Comes to Harlem. These are 70s movies, you know. Let's Do It Again. It was like the team up with Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier. You have great mainstream movies with Sidney Poitier, which is like Losing the Field, To Serve with Love. Those are movies, if people want to do remakes, those were good ones. But as artists became more independent, there were more hood stories. It's always a kingpin of a drug dealer this, angry black woman, crime stuff. You know, and it was just like, that's what we have hip hop for. Hip hop is the storytellers of the streets. We don't need to keep constantly seeing it in movies. And I got into a huge debate with a friend of mine. Well, they were just like, well, you know, first of all, the title, as they call it, you know, Holocaust movies, slave movies, which is supposed to be regarding that. And I don't really care to keep watching it over and over again. The stories are repetitive. It's from different views, but it's still the same story. And now there are a lot of remakes that are coming in. I'm not knocking it, but it's like, why aren't people being more creative? You have the revision of Candyman. I'm looking forward to it. It's giving jobs to more people, but again, the writers are not being as creative.
Right.
You know,
I agree with that. And I was thinking like Queen and Slim the other day. I love that movie. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it? I'll ask you, but go ahead.
It was pretty interesting to me because it's just two people coming together. They don't know that they're in love. I just like the fact that how they fell in love and they just was there for each other through thick and thin, also with any relationship, you know what I'm saying? But you don't really see that in this era right now. Like it's like people get married for 2 years and then they done. You know what I'm saying? People don't go long term. Like you gotta get a baby mama and still be single, and you guys could be separated or whatsoever. Back in the days, it probably wasn't like that in a sense. So I don't know I don't know why times is changing like that. And then also, so the social media era is like very different. Everybody's out there and everybody's trying to get, it's just a very different era right now that's taking place. But yeah.
Okay, my take with Queen and Slim is completely different.
What's your take?
I want to see it in the theaters. I just didn't have the time for it, so I did get a chance to finally see it. I honestly don't know. All right. For me, it's a one-time only movie.
Yeah.
I could be in the conversation by saying I've seen it.
Yeah.
It had room for a sequel in terms of when they got to the airline strip. And for those who haven't seen it, sorry, spoiler alert. When they got to the airline strip, or Airport Strip, I think they should have gotten away, and the sequel could have been the drug dealer that set them up at the end of part 1. Could have been the one after a year off. Been like, you know what?
Okay.
Continue so that, you know, they've had some time to think they got away, and then they're back on the lam.
Yeah.
It had that kind of story, but it's like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
the way it ended was
but that beautiful.
brutal.
Oh, I'm about to say brutal. I was about to say beautiful. I'm not dying for nobody. But what I'm saying is this: all of that happened in the 6-day period.
Oh, they did it in 6 days.
The timeline was not filming. Just like the whole story took within 6 days. They met off a Tinder, and then he gets shot. He shoots the cop the first night of the date, and then they're on the lam.
Yeah.
And then they die on the 6th day.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah, dude. It had room for more. There were also things in it. I think that you guys ever seen Queen and Slim? Okay, I think there were things in the movie that I guess they drug out that could have been, that should have been in. But again, I'm not a filmmaker.
Yeah.
I don't know what it, I guess, tried to deviate from.
Yeah. Well, you watch movies all the
I
time.
do.
So, you know.
Did you see The Photograph?
Yeah, I did see the photograph.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
So if you had to choose The Photograph or Queen and Slim, who would you pick?
I probably would go Queen and Slim.
Yeah. I'm going for The Photograph.
Why are you going for The Photograph?
I like The Photograph because, one, it wasn't a mushy love story, and to me, you know, I'm anti-relationship, so I like the fact. I like the fact that you had two people who were, who've had bad relationships prior to meeting with each other, and kind of to coming together where I like you, I like me, but who's gonna be the first one to say it? You know, and I like the tug of war. And I like the tug of war situation, and they both had issues that they had to deal with from their past. Like she had to deal with her mother and how that whole dichotomy of her why about relationships came from her. And he had to deal with bad relationship with a previous person.
Okay.
So it worked out pretty well. I liked it a lot.
But the reason why I like Queen and Slim is because it's just the way they met, and then they had to leave their families behind. Or what's that? It was just them two going, and then after that, they didn't really have that much money. So it's like it's showing the world. And the reason why I like this because it's showing the world that, you know, things like this can happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe in, you know, like sometimes you meet your soulmates in many different, and people question it so much.
I'm not questioning. I just.
Well, you have a soulmate. You have. But people question it all the time, and people think that love, you know, love is not real, or you're not gonna meet. It's really out there. It's really out there. You just gotta.
All right. And moving on from those.
I know you're anti-relationship.
But okay, so going back, how many black cinema movies? If I named a few, would you recognize them?
Okay.
I'm gonna go to a few that I definitely know you know.
Okay, go ahead.
Friday.
Oh, I know Friday.
Of course. Do you know Harlem Nights?
Harlem Nights, I watched it and I fell asleep a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
I fell asleep.
But you're familiar with the story, with the movie?
I'm familiar with the movie.
Okay.
It was just like, you know, that's like old school. That's like your time.
It's 90s, dude. Yes.
No, that's like your time.
All right, whatever. All right, you ready? I'm gonna make it easy, and then I'm gonna really get hard.
All right,
with it, right?
Good.
Coming to America.
Coming to America, yes.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood, yes.
Menace to Society.
Oh, come on, baby.
The comedy version of Menace to Society.
Oh yeah,
which is
and
was it
that was my favorite
Don't be a
one.
menace. Don't be a menace in society to be something.
Yeah, don't be a menace.
Yeah. What else is there? Okay, you ready for this one? A Patch of Blue.
Never watched that, but have you seen Jack City?
New Jack City?
New Jack City.
You said Jack City.
I said New Jack City.
I've heard. Yes, I've seen New Jack City.
All right, good.
It's a '90s movie as well.
Okay, all right. So have you seen Love Jones?
Come on, this is one of my favorite movies.
All right, never mind. So I ain't gonna ask you no more questions because you look like a.
All right, Cornbread Earl and Me.
No, what the hell is that? What was
Lawrence Fishburne's very first movie.
Really?
Yes,
That's
came out in the
his very
70s.
first?
Very first movie.
What?
He was 12 or 13. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was a beast.
Coolie High.
Oh my god.
What about Coolie High?
Coolie High? No. Now you're going left with me, DC.
I told you. I'm gonna get you easy and go left. Okay, this should be really easy. Dorothy Dandridge, starring Halle Berry.
Dorothy? No, I haven't watched that.
Baps, starring Halle Berry.
How much movies you watch?
I've watched a lot of movies, man. I don't know where I find time.
Christ. Jesus. No, I haven't watched that.
Okay.
I haven't watched that.
All right. Black horror movies. You ready?
Okay.
And these are real movies. And if you guys have never heard of them before, these are real movies. Blackenstein. No, I'm so serious.
You said Blackenstein?
Yeah.
It's like Einstein?
No, like Frankenstein.
Like Frankenstein?
Blackenstein.
No, I haven't seen that.
Blackula? No, I'm so serious. You guys ever heard of these before, right?
I'm sorry, this is so... I haven't... what's the other one?
Abby, which is like the black version of The Exorcist.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that.
Death by Temptation. Not Death by Temptation, but like Def Jam.
Yeah.
Death by Temptation.
I'm wondering if anybody knows these movies that you say.
They do
Do you guys
exist.
know these movies?
Is this?
No.
When you go, I'm going to go through these lists. I'm going to show you. Really, they exist.
Okay.
Okay. I got it. Okay, let's see. There's so many of them. Name a few that I might not know. Okay, of course you've seen Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, I've seen Leprechaun in the Hood.
What about Bones with starring?
I've seen Bones.
With
I've
who?
seen
With who?
Ice Cube. Oh, I'm lying. I didn't see that bone. But it's two bones.
No, it's on one Bones. It's Snoop
two
Dogg.
bones.
It's Snoop Dogg. It's only one.
Wow, that was like, what year was that? That was like
90 something.
Right. Was that his first movie?
No, he did Starsky. That was his first lead, but he was already in Baby Boy, Starsky and Hutch, and he was in was I Got the Hook Up. He was in several other movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't seen those movies.
You saw Baby Boy, of course.
Yeah. You watch a lot. You watch a lot of movies.
I do. So
yeah.
throw some my way that I probably may not.
The Hulk.
We're gonna reject him off the show. We're gonna reject you off the show.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. Because I don't watch that much movies like that. I watch movies with Denzel. I like Denzel as
Okay.
an actor. And go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna challenge you on your Denzel movies, but go ahead.
Okay.
Since you want to bring Denzel.
Well, I
in.
probably watched like 4 movies. He has like Training Day. I watched Training Day.
Okay.
And then
Are you guys familiar with Denzel movies? Okay.
I've seen some.
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I watched Training Day.
Mhm.
I can't remember all the movies, DC.
But you watch Denzel movies.
But I watch Denzel movies. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? No. I'm lying. It's a new one that just came. It's not Expendables because that's
Equalizer.
Equalizer. Boom. Equalizer 1 and Equalizer 2.
Okay.
I watched both of those.
You know he did comedy, right?
Huh?
He did comedy movies.
No way.
Yeah. Denzel's very first movie when he jumped from TV, it was called Carbon Copy.
Damn.
Then he did a very horrible comedy with Robert Townsend. Sydney. He knows I'm live. He knows I'm live.
Did you hang up?
I just hung up on him.
Oh.
He knows I'm live. Sydney Afriye, stop being an asshole. So anyway,
Yeah.
he does it on purpose all the time. I don't know why. He's
Yeah,
just
then-
the worst actor in the world.
Jesus Christ.
Sydney
Now we
Afriye.
speaking about acting. Damn.
No, so you have The Mighty Quinn with Robert Townsend.
Okay.
Carbon Copy, which is the
Okay.
first one, and then The Preacher's Wife with Whitney Houston.
And all those are comedy.
Yeah.
So I realized something that these actors, they start off in something that they feel like they're uncomfortable in. You know what I'm saying? And then they switch over to what they really want to do.
I think it gets to the point where you want to work as much as possible to build stock.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
as you being an actor, and I have a lot of actor friends, you want to do as much as possible to get your reel, to build your
I think
actor's
that's what
reel.
it is. I
Look
think
about
that's what it is.
look about
No, I
Whoopi
agree.
Goldberg.
I agree.
She started out with The Color Purple.
I agree.
Then she had a dinosaur movie called T-Rex.
Yeah.
She had another weird movie called Jumpin' Jack Flash.
I never heard
It's
that.
like you ever heard of the TV show
I know
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Okay, but she did a movie with like a dinosaur puppet, but it's called T-Rex. You guys ever seen that or heard about it?
I'm gonna have to
That's a
look
really
into
bad
that.
movie. Then she did Jumpin' Jack Flash, and then all of a sudden she ends up doing Ghost, and that's what she got the Academy Award for.
Oh, so she had to do a couple.
Yeah, I mean she has a couple of movies that I did like.
Because the only movies I remember is Color Purple. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
yeah,
'Cause
for
I
her.
guess- yeah, for her, because
Okay.
everybody made that, and then all the other ones was overshadowed. Oh, so wow, they have to really. I guess, but that's what the acting though. You have to really, make a lot of steps and also do some free shit too.
So what are now in cinema? I think this goes with doesn't matter what ethnicity. About a man dressing in a dress to keep your career going. What do you feel about that? And I know it's huge with a lot of black actors. Some will do it and some have done it. And I think those who have done it, their careers have gone to hell. Or those who offered to do it and they're turned it down, their careers have gone to hell. But a lot of people didn't do it. Denzel didn't sacrifice that. Samuel L. Jackson sacrificed that.
Yeah.
You have great actors like, Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dramatic actors. Anthony Mackie, who's really good.
Yeah.
You have a lot of actors that have not sacrificed doing that. But go ahead.
So sometimes I feel like you don't really have a choice, and I feel like acting is you do your job. You know what I'm saying? If you see it in this perspective, you do your job. You wear whatever you obviously you have your guidelines on what not and what you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you limit yourself or whatsoever, then you're gonna be limiting a lot of roles, and you don't know where these roles. Because I was what's that movie Moonlight?
Yeah.
Moonlight. I love when the kids. You remember the dark
Yeah.
scene, the dark scene, and they were in the car or whatsoever, and then they did what they did. Then you guys have to watch that. Moonlight is a very great movie. Actually. But sometimes you gotta come out of your shell, because if you're in the box all the time, you're gonna stay in the box. You know what I'm saying?
But all right, talk about Moonlight for a second. You know they categorize it as a gay movie, right? I think because Will Packer, who was the director and writer of it, is an openly gay black writer producer.
Right.
I didn't, and I even went with a friend of mine that's openly gay, and he, who's openly gay, he looked at me after we finished watching the movie and goes, "I'm gay," and I saw nothing gay about this movie. I thought it was like a coming of age kind of movie.
Right. Me too. I thought it was a coming
And
of age.
the scene that was on the beach when he kissed or whatever was tastefully shot.
Yeah.
But that was not the premise of the entire movie. It was just that one particular scene.
Yeah.
Him growing up.
Yeah.
Kids being cruel, ostracizing you because you're not the normal.
Yeah.
Acting that way, and that's what people do. That people call you outside of your name. And they go especially for your gender or sexuality.
I think that's messed up, man. Because
But yeah, it's considered an LGBTQ movie. And you ever seen Moonlight? You heard about it though, right? Really? I think there's some movies referred to you, and you have to send me some movies. You've seen Train to Busan though, right?
No. What was that? Have you seen what?
Train to Busan.
No.
Really? You don't watch movies a lot?
I do watch a lot of movies.
Okay. I gotta find out your list and I have to give you my list. This is interesting. And you're a filmmaker. Okay. We got Jack, you've seen Train to Busan, right?
Is it the Korean one?
Yes.
Oh, I started. I wasn't crazy about it.
Really?
I thought it was too wacky.
It really wasn't. It was really good. Wow. I spend a lot of time watching a lot of shit, don't I? I don't know. I love cinema. I like the escape. I don't know. It's just like certain movies that get me. Like, for instance, a lot of my friends are like, one of my favorite love story movies. And they're shocked that I like love stories. Yeah. But I'm particular. I don't like the in-your-face, mushy
What
stuff.
is your favorite?
Like, I've never seen The Notebook.
You never seen The Notebook?
Have you guys?
I haven't seen The Notebook.
I'm with you. Okay, I'm with them. But I've never seen The Notebook.
Right.
And apparently, it seems to be all the rage of The Notebook.
Okay.
Never seen it.
Okay.
But there are certain love stories that, if it's not in your face, I like. Lady Hawk, Matthew Broderick, Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer. It's about a knight who's in love with a woman, and the cardinal of some church is in love with the same woman, and he curses them.
Yeah.
And the fact that during the day, the knight is a wolf, and during the day, she's a lady, and at night, he's a wolf. No. At night, he's a knight, and during the day, she's a hawk.
Right.
So they can't see each other unless the sun and the moon is passing by. And it's for a split second.
Question: do you believe in like cursing, like people that can really curse you, or what's that?
I'm not into that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a show coming up eventually regarding religion and stuff. I'm tapping my toe into it for the challenge, but yeah, not my kind of thing for it. But it's just interesting. Like, what do you watch? You and your wife or whatever. What do you watch?
Well, I watch animes. I like a lot of different animes.
You guys?
Feel me? Nah. I like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. That's my shit.
Could you name some stuff that people don't know?
Well, shit. Everybody know One Piece. I mean, I just like those shows. I feel like all the other shows, the new shows, is a little bit mediocre.
Like Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I feel like that's mediocre. That's like, with. I just think I get scared at night because when I see shit like that, the big faces and big eyes, and I don't want to watch that and then go to sleep because I ain't no sucker, but
So
I ain't trying to see all of that.
Wow. Okay. So next question: How far do you guys go back with anime?
I watch very little.
Very little.
I watch like really fucking old
Okay, so you're familiar
Yeah,
with
I
with
like
the
all
manga
those.
series, right? Like when you say like MD Guys, Angel Cop, Akira, Fist of the North Star, not the series, but the
know
actual
of it.
movie.
I know I haven't seen it.
Okay. I don't know. I like anime, but it depends on what it is. I can't watch.
Right.
I like movies instead of the series because series drags out too long. So I'd rather watch anime movies.
You gotta watch the series.
I can't invest that time. I have a lot of series I watch right now.
You gotta watch the series because the series is more detailed.
But I don't have my time for all that stuff. And you know what it is? I cannot spend hours of people doing this entire series.
Oh, they don't do that. They don't do that. Sometimes you learn. Wow,
That's all of Dragon Ball. That's
wow.
Really, that's all it.
This shit is crazy.
I just can't.
Wow, I just seen something that I ain't want to
No, I'm
see.
serious, but that's what they do.
I come on this show going.
Wow.
No, but I like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is one of my childhoods, you know.
But have you enjoyed it as it's evolved into what it is now?
Nah, because I feel like they stretching it, and you know, it's like you know, and.
Did you watch Dragon Ball before it became Dragon Ball Z? Did you watch Dragon Ball when he used to curse before they moved it
Nah,
into
I didn't
No, the
see
original
that.
tapes. Do you guys remember
They
any
used
of
to
that?
curse. What words
No.
they used to be saying?
No, seriously, the original versions that were sent here via
He's
VHS.
lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not.
Like, Dragon Ball Z, they used to curse.
Not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, the regular one.
Yes, it was on VHS, the original VHS,
God.
where they were English dubbed.
Yeah.
You had not English dubbed, but subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had foul language in it.
Oh my gosh, I wonder what happened. Why they changed it?
You know, we're supposed to be the land of the free and all that stuff, so you know we're kind of a prudish country.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you know, just like you know. So what are you watching now? What's on your list right now?
Well, I'm watching more boxing and basketball.
So no movies, no TV shows.
No movies, because right now, like, you know, I'm in the process of selling and buying, so it's like boom, boom, boom. I didn't know it was so much stress, you know, with this shit. So it's like, you know, once everything is set, I'll be back on my Denzel, I'll be back on my Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is one of my biggest.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the
he's a
Denzel
beast.
situation. Name
Yeah.
6 Denzel movies off the top of your head without stalling.
Training Day,
Oh, you back to that shit again.
Equalizer 2.
That's it. No,
I
Equalizer
can
is a
say what
franchise. You can't. Go ahead.
No, I can say
It's
that, DC. That's
go ahead.
3 right
Fine,
there,
go ahead,
man.
go,
Don't try
go,
this
go,
crazy
continue.
shit.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me think. How you gonna put me on the spot like that? Hold on,
Because-
can I get a break real quick?
No, that is the break because you're trying to think as you're talking.
Okay, alright.
Go ahead.
Shit. That's all I know. But I watched some other ones
Okay.
that.
John Q.
No, I haven't seen John.
Flight.
No, I haven't seen Flight.
Much Ado About Nothing.
No, I haven't seen that. You can keep going though.
Mississippi Masala.
That happened in Mississippi.
No. A Night for the Queen.
No, I haven't watched that.
Glory.
How much Denzel movies?
He has a lot. I'm running them down.
Jesus
Glory.
Christ.
You never seen Glory?
No, I haven't seen Glory.
Something in Time with he and Sinai Lathan. Pelican Brief.
Alright, obviously you know Denzel movies more than me. How much Eddie Murphy movies you watched?
Majority of them. And then we go step back.
Yeah,
Mr. Church.
Can we name 6?
Yeah.
Mr. Church, yeah. Alright, that's one.
And I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna do it.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
don't
pull
have
you.
to.
I'm gonna pull you.
Alright, do
Mr.
it.
Church, Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, 3.
What an asshole.
Golden Child.
This is what we do
Yeah,
on
Golden
Man
Child.
Cave. Golden Child was pretty good. I like Golden Child. Golden
48
Child.
Hours.
48 Hours was really good.
Nutty Professor.
No,
The Clumps.
Always.
Norbert.
The Clumps. Damn, that dude is a beast.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Then we had some really bad ones. You had what's the thing about?
What's the one that he was acting as a machine? He was a machine.
Oh my God,
Remember
Dave.
Oh, Dave.
With Gabrielle Union.
I loved it. I actually loved it because it was pretty interesting.
I'm gonna make an announcement, Sherman.
They should redo the movie.
No. You say you love Dave with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
I'm going to make a proclamation right now.
What is that?
And gentlemen, I want you to co-sign for me. Sherman Brathwaite,
Yes.
you are no longer invited on this show ever again because you like Dave.
I love
Dave? Have you guys seen?
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this.
Have you ever seen that?
Can I say something? Dave was a
Those-
very interesting movie because He was a machine. He was a machine in the real world.
It was a machine of him as a little man in a machine.
Yeah, he was the machine and of him in a little machine. Yeah,
That's when Eddie Murphy was doing drugs, right?
It's like a brownstone, like a brother brownstone that moves. You get what I'm saying? It's like a brownstone, but a brownstone. This guy was living in a world with regular people, and he's super strong. He's like Superman. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could touch this guy.
Haunted House by Disney, he was in.
Well, question. What would be if you had 3 superpowers to pick? No, actually 2. What would it be?
You automatically know if you know me which one would be.
I want to know.
Telekinesis.
Wow, that's messed up.
Why?
Because shit, why you want that power?
Listen, everybody tells me if I had the power of one superhero, who would it be? I always said Professor X.
Oh my God, so you just want to read minds? Shermon, what you doing? Oh, I'm thinking about picking my nose. Like, DC, come on. Can I get some privacy? You always try to be in somebody's head or try to... And what's other power? What's other power?
I hate heights, so flight is not it. So that's not happening. That's been the only one that's the ultimate.
That would be the only
yeah.
one? I would like to be invisible.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Aren't you now, though?
Me, because what do you say?
Just subliminal.
I like to be invisible because the reason why, because I can choose. It's like what's that? X-Men. You guys watch X-Men, right? What's that? That person that goes invisible, like she goes to the walls and everything, and then
Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde.
She's not invisible. She phases through.
She phases through. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay, you want to stop drinking the red cup?
Nah, the red cup is good. The red cup got me good. Red cup got me good, everybody.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But what else? That's it? Phasing through walls?
Yeah, no. I would just be invisible because that's a dumbass power. I would be invisible, snap in, come, hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Boom, boom, boom. Go back out. You feel me? You didn't even see me. You didn't even see when I left the party. You feel me?
So what would you use your powers for? That's it? Just to go to parties?
Yeah, just vanish and just, be in my own world. I like to be I go to the beach by myself and I look at the waves and look at the sky.
You can do that now without being invisible.
Nah, but I like to, feel like, because then I could stalk other people and I could look at girls and,
Okay, I got you.
You get me.
So the next thing you got going on, where do you perceive your modeling career?
Oh, I like my modeling career. I would say.
Are you comfortable at where you're at now? Like some people like you're acting and stuff. You're evolving into you're. As long as I've known you, you're one person that's like I don't like the public eye, but you're in a career that puts you in the public eye.
Yeah,
because you can Google your name and you have images everywhere.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like the public because I'm a regular person, man. I see people as, if they bleed as well too. You cut them, they bleed.
Right.
You're a regular person, and I like the way you speak to me as well. So our friendship has been beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because we just keep it real with each other. You don't act no different type of way. You just act like, oh, this Shermon. You know what I'm saying?
You are Jesus.
I like that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel comfortable around you, and I just like to stay with close people. I like to have a small circle, but being in the light is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. But yeah.
Cool. Well, we have a couple of things. There's a couple of other shows I would love to have you back on. One, and you may agree to this.
Well, everybody, he came back from ATL. He sent me this, and he sent me this today. It was today? He
Yeah.
came back from ATL, had a blast.
I did not have a blast in ATL.
They didn't even invite me. Had a blast. It was raining. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would love to be back on more shows.
Yeah, one I would definitely like you to have on would be regarding finances and regarding because you're in the market obviously.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, we have a show coming up. I figured out the date for it yet, but I want to make sure you guys come. It's called The Weed Chronicles. It will be smoking, and it's going to lead into the next offset of a show called Toke with Tokes, and I also have another one that's a couple of things I'm looking forward to. We have one show, it's going to be the funniest show ever, and I'm actually not going to be on it, but we will be filming. It's going to be called The Takeover, and it's going to be all women host.
Oof, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Shaista Clark, excellent makeup artist. I did her photo shoot today. My cousin Angela Bryant.
Yeah.
Paige Russo, excellent singer. You know Paige.
Yeah. Paige is
They were like, we want to come on the Man Cave show. I was like, take over. I'm like, listen, did not pay you pink, but we'll work that out and produce that on there. But again, Shermon Brathwaite, thank you for coming on to the Man Cave
Yes,
show,
sir.
season 3.
Yes, sir.
What the hell was that?
And that's just my shit that I do, Damn. Why you always hating? Damn, DC, every time I come on this shit, it's always
No one ever does that. It's like gang signs. What are you?
You know what?
Repping Canarsie or Clinton Hills?
Nah, I'm a softie.
Alright. So, I know you have a couple of things that are coming up. You have photo shoots. You're getting ready for some stuff, and you're still doing acting classes, right?
I'm still doing the acting classes. This year is I'm looking forward for a movie.
Okay.
Or a series or whatsoever. So I have to get that. So that's my next mission.
Cool.
The billboards and everything else is cute, but the real deal is where the movies and where all that series and stuff. That's where it's at. So that's my next step.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, season 3,
Yes,
episode 2.
Thank you.
You're definitely welcome to come back. We'll definitely have a show that you definitely have to be back on again.
I would love to be back.
I wish you all the best with everything that's going on
And
with
can
you
we
and your
have
career.
a show where DC, if you could put this together, where I can give you a shape up and stuff like that.
Wow.
Come on, shit.
He's got jokes.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know what, Shermon?
Go ahead. No hard feelings.
No. I'm comfortable with this. Let's do this. Let's have a show. See if we set it up with the crew and see if they're available. We could do a show of us playing video games in the real man cave. And if you lose, you must agree to this. If you lose,
DC,
you have to do 3 shots of tequila and shave your head.
Okay, deal. Whoa! Jesus Christ.
And then I will let you think about doing my hair.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You heard this, right?
Let's do it.
You heard this here
Let's
on
do it.
MCS The
Let's
Man
do it.
Cave Show.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Special guest host Shermon Brathwaite, episode 2, season 3. Thank you, Shermon, for coming through.
Yes, sir.
Guys, check me out each and every week if you possibly get a chance. If you want to binge on the episodes, leave comments of the past episodes. Definitely check us out. We'll see you in the future. I'm your host, Damian Christopher, here at The Man Cave Show. Peace.